Guys, what is up? Schlappy here, and today we're doing another game of the week for week 4 using Madden 16. Last week we picked the Chiefs and Packers, and it actually ended up being a decent game if you don't mind watching Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers. This week, lots of good games, but I think the best game might be the Vikings Broncos. 12-point difference in overall scores on Madden, but I think it'll be much closer than what that represents because the Vikings are playing good football. But we might as well start by talking about that Broncos offense, which has struggled a bit. People are questioning Peyton's arm strength, but he certainly looked good last week against the Lions. He's got Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. Running back, you got Anderson and Hillman. His running backs aren't bad. They're not great. They're not going to tear apart a team, but Peyton Manning proved he still can. I think he'll have a tough time this week with that Vikings secondary, but he will probably have his way. The offensive line is getting better, getting a little healthier, but they're still a question mark. Luckily, the Vikings aren't the greatest of pass rushing teams, so he might have a little bit more time. And he certainly looked good last week, rocketing balls everywhere, throwing a decent deep ball. And I think he's going to do pretty damn good this week. I mean, they got a good secondary, but Peyton Manning looked a little more Peyton Manning-y last week, and I think that shows. Owen Daniels is looking great, and I think this offense, it will be tough to handle for the Vikings. And why don't we talk about that Viking offense a little bit? Obviously, led by the man coming back, Adrian Peterson. He's fantastic. What can you say? He's a great running back. He had a good week last week. I think 134 yards or something to that accord. He can break tackles. He can beat you on the run. He's a talented guy, but this is a talented defense he's playing, so I don't see him having his biggest day, but he's going to have a pretty good day if they want to win. Obviously, you got Mike Wallace, who stretches the field. Teddy Bridgewater is an up-and-coming quarterback that can definitely hurt you with his legs or his arm. He's a pretty quick guy. And he's also got Cordero Patterson. Oof, I always struggle with that name. And Cordarrelle is a very talented wide receiver that doesn't get much recognition. He's not the best at wide receiver by any stretch, but he's very dangerous in the return game. And if he gets the ball in his hands, he's a guy that can definitely take it 70 yards after the catch. So between all of those weapons, I can see them having a good day. You know, their offense hasn't come together fully these past few weeks. They've got Nerve Turner, who's a great offensive coordinator. So maybe this will be the week where it all comes together and you get an explosion. Might as well talk about possibly the best team on the field. Let's talk about that Broncos defense. This pass rush should be feared. Williams in the middle. You have, obviously, Von Miller, who's arguably the best pass rusher in the game on one side. And then on the other side, you have DeMarcus Ware, who has over 100 sacks in his career. So you can expect a good pass rush. You can expect Teddy Bridgewater to not have much time at all. They're a fearsome duo. And in the secondary, you have two of the top 10 corners in the league, in Harris and Aqib Talib. They've been playing at an all-star level. You got TJ Ward, who's an all-star safety. All in all, this is a very, very good defense. They're tough to run against. They're very tough to throw against. They've been making life pretty difficult for a lot of people. And you know what? I can't see that changing this week. This offense is going to have to be more or less turnover-free if they want to win, because this defense is good. And last but not least, let's talk about that Vikings defense. They got a good secondary, they got good linebackers, and they got a pretty decent defensive line. You know, it's not the Jared Allen heydays of past, but it's pretty decent. You know, you got Griffin, you got Floyd. It's pretty good combination. The defensive line is definitely good. They've been playing solid defense the past few weeks. Secondary is, you know, you can pierce the secondary, but they actually play quite well most of the time. Anthony Barr looks like a future stud, and, you know, he's great when you're talking about defending the run. He could use a little work defending the pass, but hey, that's neither here nor there. I could see this actually being a very entertaining game because they're both playing great football right now, and that's exciting to see when you see two teams, you know, playing good football when they play each other. You know, Denver's been squeaking out wins. They looked a lot better against Detroit last week, though, and I'm going to pick them to beat the Vikings, but I think it'll be a lot closer than what a lot of people are thinking. And yeah, I would say this is definitely my game to watch for week 4. I think it'll be an awesome game. Detroit Seahawks, I think, could also be another good game, sort of two underachieving teams. But anyway, that's our week 4 preview. Let me know what you guys think the game of the week should be. Like, comment, sub, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.